The bottom line is that money is this magical technology, and as long as it works, we don't need to know how it works, we don't concern ourselves with it, and we don't need to really worry about it too much. Because if we did, and we actually read about how money works, we'd be horrified. Surely that can't be true. They just make it out of thin air and distribute it to banks. They get to lend out money that didn't exist and then charge us interest and get richer and richer. No, come on, that's a scam. That's a pyramid scheme.
That was a clip on cryptocurrency and why really the Bitcoin was invented. Now, today's news, we're going to talk about the price of a Bitcoin really reaching about $24,000. And also we're going to talk about the blockchain cruise. And I have some of my favorite YouTubers right there on the cruise, which is quite interesting. But let's start with this news first. So you all have heard of ICOs raising funds through Bitcoin and Ethereum, but this would be probably the first IPO, like a traditional company raising funds, issuing shares in an exchange of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So far, people could buy shares only with the fiat money, dollar. But now people have an option to buy those shares with the Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is, I would call, a form of adoption. Now, one of the very controversial industry once again, which is cannabis industry. The company is called hightimes.com. This is also a magazine, and they are an advocate of cannabis. They feel that cannabis is an industry which should be regulated across the globe. And they are doing some fundraising, they are doing some IPO, and they have invited people to participate by contributing Bitcoin and Ethereum also. Now, you might wonder that why did not they take the route of an ICO? I think one of the reasons they didn't do that is because ICO process is not a reputed process right now. It's not a well. ICO do not have a good name. I would rather put it that way. So that's one of the reasons they are raising funds. They are issuing shares, but they have given people an option to contribute and buy these shares with Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. So that's kind of adoption for me. The next one is, let's talk about falling real, and this is something which is pretty normal with all the countries, and this is something that we're going to be seeing in the future also, that how the fiat currency for the countries are losing its value. And recently what Iran did is they actually declared that they okayed the mining for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Mining, they declared as an industry in Iran, and ever since the Bitcoin price has hit about $24,000 in Iran. And this is something that we all have to understand, that the Bitcoin price in all across the world is not like even. I mean, this can happen. I still remember the South Korea trading at about 30% premium rate. And I'm quite surprised, to be honest, that India is still at a normal rate, which is good. Otherwise, people would have to pay higher amount. This is something that we were discussing yesterday also. So as you can see, in Iran, people are ready to pay about $24,000 also for the Bitcoin, almost thrice of the global market that we have right now, because of the Iranian currency really losing their value. It says that the Rial is trading at around $130,000 against the US dollar on the streets of Tehran. And so one of the reasons why it's trading premium, Bitcoin is trading at such a premium price, because their local currency is actually losing its value. The next one in terms of adoption is one of the American luxury car dealership has started accepting Bitcoin payments. And so now with this company which deals with the cars like Rolls-Royce, Bentley and Bugatti cars via the partnership of BitPay. So these are the number of cars people can actually buy through Bitcoin. All the premium car available for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The last one, the blockchain cruise. If you have fun following this wonderful YouTuber, I think they are amazing people as well. I myself do follow them. Box mining, you have Ivan on Tech, and I have Crypto's News. right on the blockchain cruise. So I am hoping that these guys will go live, or if there is an internet connection, and probably we can get to see what exactly is going on the blockchain cruise. Yeah, let me know if you're excited about the blockchain cruise. Again, I think this is once in a lifetime opportunities. I'm sure they will continue to do this every year, but you know, it's amazing to be a part of this blockchain cruise at such an early stage. That's my opinion. So, and last one, guys, I want to share about this Joe Rogan. Did you actually watch this? Were you actually watching this live? I think this was a fantastic interview that was Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. So I highly recommend if you haven't watched it. I think I really enjoyed this conversation. So that's all I have for you right now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like if you're new. Make sure you subscribe. My name is Shiv, and I'll see you next time. Take care.